Wally. We're saying hi to our friends. Moose, you gonna say hi? Nope, we're gonna nap. Okay. Hello, friends. So this is gonna be a different type of video than normal. It is now July, and you guys hopefully saw my cool psychedelic kind of like summer tablescape that I had on my table recently that had like the coolest centerpiece I think I've ever made. And spoilers, it was a glowing LED galaxy, which I'm just still like, I am so pleased with it. But I wouldn't be me if I didn't have so much in my brain that I wanted to make and create and share with you guys. And originally, earlier this summer, I was like, no, I'm not going to do Christmas in July. Like, I know it was a thing last year because everybody was in lockdown. And obviously, like, it's been a thing in the past. But I really like Christmas. And it occurred to me that if you only did Christmas once a year and you only, let's say, have it up for a month, maybe 2 months, maybe if you're getting crazy, you had it up for 3 months. I don't know, like, it's a weird thing. Like, do you do a new theme every year? If you wanted it, like, if you really like Christmas and you want to do something different, or do you keep building on it? And I'm like, I have so many different themes that I would love to do, but I would not live long enough if I did a new one every year, probably. So I thought, well, I do live in Florida. It's hot as heck. We're literally tracking a hurricane coming in our general direction as I record this. So I was like, you know, I have so much stuff. I kind of want to do a Stash Busters, use what you got for the most part challenge. And I thought, you know, Christmas in July, like, I can make that happen. Hope if you were on the fence about doing a Christmas in July, I hope you try to consider challenging yourself to reuse stuff that you already have instead of trying to buy stuff and go through all the stress. Because I think, at least for me, and I think a lot of people, it's not so much about buying the items or whatever. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, the right items help you get excited about what you're doing, and the right I don't want to say keepsake, but like the right key elements definitely bring a look together. But a lot of the times it's just fun to decorate and get excited and have a change of scenery, at least for me. So I'm excited. This looks incredible. Like, does that not look like starfish just dancing along? Our little narwhal is up there welcoming you into the home. So this is gonna look super great. So I just finished up making the tinsel tree a little bit more full by adding some of the picks in. So I did a simple topper with the larger ones, and then have some colorful kind of like green and blue picks. A lot of these like glitter berry ones, and I'll come show you guys a close-up. Now all of the glitter ones, like you see there and there, those I have from previous Christmas themes. These matte ones came from a neighbor's trash, so I took those out earlier this year. And then I have these fun kind of foam glitter balls, and I put a bunch of them at the top to kind of look like bubbles and kind of fill in some of the smaller space. Kind of looks like seaweed and bubbles and just kind of fun abstract shape like we have in the tapestry here. So the next thing I'm going to be doing is the ornaments. But I do have these great like fluffy fuzzy balls that were also part of the Hobby Lobby Merry and Bright for the last few years Christmas collection. So I think they kind of look like those like sea anemones, maybe. I think that's what they're called. But I have them in blue, I have them in green, which on the pink is a really great contrasting color. These are definitely must-haves, so I'm going to put as many of these on there as I can because they're rainbow, they look like fish scales, and I think they're a perfect combination for this. All right, so we have the starfish lights, which are really just stars, that we found in the trash. They're up. We got a beautiful tapestry. We got seaweed. We got LED fish, like jellyfish that were actually the firework lights recycled. We got the tapestry. We got our Merry and Bright Christmas tree up with all recycled ornaments from years past, and a tree topper that we took out of the trash. So it's time to do the tablescape. So first things first, I decided to skip the linen altogether, and I'm actually gonna go with these acrylic marble placemats that I made years ago. I actually used them for a tablescape I used in one of my like pop-up table series before I had this dining room table. And so these are just acrylic placemats, or well, they're acrylic canvas panels that are 12 by 16 that I made in the past. And then I just poured on them, but it matches perfectly. We have some water ready to go. We have our cylinders that we're gonna start putting into position here. What I like to do is pour some of the water in, but not all of it, just so we can see how much the gel beads are rising and if we need to adjust them at all. And for this particular project, because we're doing it under the sea and whatnot, I want there to be kind of like bubbles at the top of these, like you might see underwater. So I'm not completely submerging the gel beads in water, or I'm going to try not to. I want to have like a little bit of beads showing. And part of the reason I like having the beads still showing at the top is when you put the candles in, they don't sink really far. And now we can move on to our little votives. I think the table looks pretty cool as it is, and I'll show you guys. I mean, it looks really fun. It's really colorful. I would not consider this a formal look by any means, but I mean, it does look pretty great, right? Like, I think this whole thing is looking real great. From here, we got to figure out what we want to do with the table. So we have a few pieces that we know are absolute must-haves. These are fishy plates that I picked up a while ago, but I can see already that we have too much space in here with our centerpiece kind of runner, if you will. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to tighten things up a little bit, because we are going to need to have, actually, if we inverse this, then the right side where the glassware goes will be easier for us to fill. I'm definitely going to treat these as a wine glass because they are stemmed, and so the wine glass goes inside. Then I'm going to use these fun textured, they're mid-century, I think Cubism something cups. I love them. So they go a little bit further outside. So I'm going to go ahead and place this down, and using the placemat, or the makeshift placemat, if you will, as kind of like the corner, so we kind of balance it on there. I'm really liking how this looks. There's a lot going on the table, but I think it looks cool. There's a lot of blue. So the next question on my mind is, what are we doing for napkins, napkin rings, flatware, you know, silverware, that type of stuff? And after deliberating for probably too long, I've made a decision. Here is the final tablescape. All right, the final table is complete. The whole Christmas in July in the dining room is done. It looks so fun. We have nice, bright, summery colors with a Christmassy twist. We have our pink tinsel tree, which has essentially a Merry and Bright collection on it from Hobby Lobby. We have a star tree topper that I took out of somebody's trash. We have a nice seaweed garland at the top that I recycled elements that I already had from my Feathering Tins Tablescape for spring. We have a set of string starlights, which look like dancing starfish. Those also came out of a trash pile from somebody in our neighborhood. We're reusing our firework lights, and we just reshaped them to look like jellyfish. And more, well, I don't know, probably the biggest piece here is the tapestry, which is the only thing we bought for this whole thing, this whole tablescape, this whole Christmas in July, is this colorful tapestry, which was perfect for the design. Let's take a look at the table in its finished glory. We're reusing some acrylic placemats that we made years ago. I'll make sure you have a tutorial. Goodwill, trash, clearance, gel beads, candles, cylinders, all stuff I had on hand. Goodwill Goodwill napkins from ages ago. Salvation Army napkin rings. These cups are from the trash. I mean, like, all of this stuff is upcycled, and I cannot be more obsessed. And I love the story my brain has come up with, how we have this cute little fish. He's floating through the, you know, the depths of the sea. This is kind of nice texture, kind of corally vibes. And the green napkin is kind of like his seaweed, his dinner. So I think it's cute that the fish is coming to eat dinner while we're going to come sit down and eat dinner. So it's just kind of a cute little narrative. And then I love the way that these fish scale sequins catch the light. They look so cool. And I was a little worried about the shape of the pattern, because if you look at it really close, there's like a kind of a distinct kind of cross shape going, depending on which angle you look at it. But it looks, with the curve of the cylinder, it looks really perfect. And it catches the light. We have votives, we have just beautiful candlelight sparkles, very under the sea. And as the Floridian, I can say, like, I could see this for sure in a number of people's tropical homes for the holidays, even if we were doing this in proper Christmas time in December. But I think in regards to Christmas in July, this is pretty great. I love it. It's unexpected, and this is my first year officially doing Christmas in July, and I could not be more pleased. I think it is so cute, and I'm just so fortunate and lucky to be able to upcycle and recycle a lot of items that I found or have had on hand, and therefore the whole cost of this is really just the cost of the tapestry, which is crazy affordable. So I hope this inspires you guys to do something fun for Christmas in July, and I'm gonna do this every year. I mean, maybe not this theme, but I'm gonna do Christmas in July, I think, every year if I can. This is awesome.